When you think of Manhattan's Diamond District, you think of high-stakes deals, incredible jewelry, and just immense pressure. It's a world where your entire fortune is built on trust and reputation. But, as we're about to see, sometimes all that sparkle can get real gritty, real fast.
And, well, that's exactly what happened. This shout, caught on camera and blasted out to millions, wasn't just some random angry outburst. Nope. It was the first shot fired in a business dispute that went from 0 to 100, turning into a full-on physical brawl in a matter of seconds.
I mean, this whole thing sent absolute shockwaves through that tight-knit community on West 47th Street. Right there, in front of totally stunned shoppers, a rivalry that had been simmering just boiled over, turning a luxury marketplace into a straight-up, chaotic fight scene.
Okay, so let's really get into it. What exactly went down in this chaotic scene that went so viral? We're talking about a fight that landed 2 men in handcuffs and another one in the hospital, all while the cameras were rolling for a huge online audience.
But to really understand why fists were flying, we've got to rewind a bit. Because this wasn't just some random argument. It was the explosive climax of a very specific and very serious allegation of fraud.
So this is Maksud Agadjani, but you probably know him better as TraxNYC. He's a huge deal online, a really high-profile jeweler. And these words, they frame the entire conflict for us. He truly believed his rival, AK Diamonds, wasn't just competing. He thought they were cheating his customers and, here's the kicker, using his brand name to do it.
So here's the core of the whole dispute. A customer who wanted a piece from Trax was allegedly talked into buying a bracelet from AK Diamonds, who supposedly told them it was basically the same thing. This wasn't just about a sale. It was an accusation of lying about the product and, basically identity theft in the business world. And this just lays it all out so clearly. Agadjani claimed his customer paid for a 14-karat gold bracelet with top-tier VVS diamonds, thinking it was connected to his brand. But what he says they got was a much lower quality 10-karat piece from a totally different company. And let me tell you, in the jewelry game, that difference in value is absolutely massive.
All right, now let's see how this whole thing just exploded. This wasn't a quiet phone call or a stuffy letter from a lawyer. Oh no, this was a very public confrontation. And it seems like it was almost designed to be seen by millions online, blurring that line between a business problem and public entertainment.
You can just see how quickly it all went downhill. It starts with him yelling, demanding a refund for his customer. Security tries to step in, but the situation just falls apart. The second one of the Akay brothers spits at Agadjani, that's it. Any chance of talking it out is gone. It just becomes a raw, physical fight right then and there.
Of course, a huge public brawl in the middle of New York City doesn't just end when the live stream stops. This viral moment had very real, very immediate consequences for every single person involved.
So, here's the breakdown according to the police report. The two Akay brothers, George and Freddy, were both arrested and charged with assault. Maksud Agadjani, the guy who started the confrontation, is the one who ends up in the hospital. And then a fourth person got a summons, though their role in the whole mess isn't really specified.
Then, just hours after the fight, from his hospital bed, Agadjani gives his side of the story. He posts another video, this time showing red marks on his neck, and claims he was strangled with his own jewelry, which is just such a powerful image in this world. He's framing the fight as direct payback for him exposing the alleged fraud.
And who's he telling this to? 3.3 million people. That's how massive Agadjani's Instagram following is. And that number, it reveals so much about how disputes are handled today. It wasn't just a disagreement between two businesses. It became public theater, a brand war played out for a huge online jury to judge in real time.
So this whole crazy incident just raises a giant question, right? Who are these guys? To really understand why a business disagreement would play out with so much public anger, we need to take a closer look at the man at the center of it all, Maksud Agadjani.
Because, as it turns out, this is not the first time TraxNYC has been at the heart of a high-stakes, very public fight. Agadjani has built a reputation not just on his jewelry, but on his willingness to get into these huge public battles that kind of blur the line between promoting his business and airing a personal grievance.
I mean, just take a look at this lawsuit from 2024, filed by the rapper 50 Cent. The claim was that TraxNYC had copied a really unique, custom piece made for 50, and was then using his picture and his fame to sell copies. It's a case that really highlights a recurring theme: being accused of using someone else's name or brand to make a buck.
And, true to form, 50 Cent didn't just handle this quietly in court. He called him out directly on social media. This quote just captures that whole dispute perfectly, and it paints this picture of Agadjani as a jeweler who really operates on the edge, attracting both major celebrities and major controversies, sometimes all at once. It shows a clear pattern of public call-outs.
And that really brings us to the final thought here. When a business owner confronts a rival not with lawyers but with a live stream, what are we actually watching? Is it a real search for justice for a customer who got ripped off? Or is it a calculated performance where the fight itself becomes the content, a marketing tool in the high-stakes world of jewelry? That's the big question this Diamond District Brawl leaves us wrestling with.